In this profound reflection, from his commentary on chapter 14 of the Gospel of St. John, Don Dolindo offers a beautiful meditation on the role of the Holy Spirit in guiding and shaping our spiritual lives. Drawing upon Jesus' words to the apostles, Don Dolindo reminds us that even when we feel lost or confused on our journey towards holiness, we can trust in the gentle providence and illuminating grace of the Holy Spirit. This passage invites us to surrender ourselves to God's love and to have faith that even when we forget or struggle to understand the spiritual nourishment we receive, the Holy Spirit is at work within us, bringing to life what is withered in our hearts and leading us along the path to perfection. In misunderstandings, trust in the lights of the Holy Spirit. In turmoil, rest in God's peace. In trials, gaze at eternity. March like soldiers of God towards eternal conquest. The apostles were a bit disoriented by Jesus' words. They did not fully understand them and did not know how to put them into practice. But Jesus was not speaking just for them to understand everything right then and there. He was speaking to all people and to his future church, of which they were the first fruits. So they should not have been troubled by their current lack of understanding, but instead should have waited with faith for the illuminations of the Holy Spirit. Holiness, after all, is not a dead building constructed through human industry, but is like the germination, growth, flowering, and fruit-bearing of a plant, which takes place under the sun's rays through inner life. The soul is instructed by her guide, and she has the impression of forgetting everything she hears, and she cannot see how to put what she hears into practice. What she hears, however, is not a lesson, but a sowing. It is not a dry study of spiritual or psychological problems, but rather like the opening up of a horizon and the outlining of a path, which then requires guidance and a vehicle to follow. The soul, like the apostles, almost always forgets what she hears or reads, and, poor thing, does not know how to begin and continue her path to perfection. She should not get disoriented or rack her brain, but, offering herself entirely to God, should trust in the lights of the Holy Spirit. That is exactly what Jesus told the apostles. "These things I have told you while I was still with you. I have told you many things to make the most of the time I am with you, but do not worry if you do not remember them or only remember them in part, for the Holy Spirit will come, whom the Father will send in my name, and he will teach you everything, explaining what you did not understand, and will remind you, as needed, of everything I've said and that you have forgotten." We can continually observe this gentle instruction in the formation and perfection of the soul. We hear or read something vital, we're thrilled, and then we forget almost everything. That spiritual nourishment is not lost, but is like the fertilization or watering of a plant. It remains in us, and under the healthy rays of the actions of the Holy Spirit, it emerges in the withered parts of the heart and brings them to life. Sometimes it transforms, becomes a thought that seems to arise from us, and is instead the elaboration that comes from the grace of a vital thought, making it like suitable sap for our particular dispositions and for the goals that the Lord wants to achieve in our life. When the soul gives herself entirely to God, in the gentle slavery of love? Far from worrying about her path to perfection, she should entrust herself to the grace of the Holy Spirit and trust with the firm will to respond and do everything He inspires in the light of the one who guides the soul on the path to holiness. Thank you for watching and listening. Arrivederci till next time. Jesus, I surrender myself to you. Take care of everything. Gesù, pensaci tu.